Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so funny thing here is, so I did this full review of GenSpark, and then all of a sudden, Eric, hi again. So he dropped something really cool, and I'm just like, so I made a comment on YouTube, and I was telling him like, this is great, but I did a full review. Now I have to go change the title because it was kind of like one of those things. I have to change the title because I did a full review, and after now come on, man. No worries. I'll still cover it. I just kind of find it ironic that he does the podcast and I was gonna do a full review, and then like he puts the video up like the day after I do the review. So I was like, come on, man. But no big deal. But I just kind of find it ironic because like I wanted to cover everything, but it was just one of those moments where it's like, okay, no big deal. So we are going to do the feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a file from a buddy of mine. He, where is it again? Should be here. I want to go into my downloads. My buddy of mine, he added it again. These media. No, that's not the one. I'm trying to see if I can find it now. That. One of these. VR. Where is it again? Something to do with quantum theory or something like that. That's what all files, I guess. Let's find it now because it should be here. Right, Jan. Neural Pro. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. Let's see if we can. Oh, it's not in my downloads. It's in my documents. That's the reason why. There you go. I usually have all this stuff in my downloads. Okay, there you go. We're good. Okay, let's see. So it's actually called a doxe file. I'm not too sure if they finally have Word, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. That's what I know it as. As I said, I'm not gonna like I know I'm not gonna be changing it now. A docx file. Right there. Docx file. So I'm saying to myself, that's what I know it as. I'm not going to be changing it. Because before the thing, before we had like all the fancy words, and then we can put Word, we can put Excel. Like we would just usually put like I know like now we can actually understand, but like when this first came out, like you couldn't put Word file. It would have to be exactly that. So like I learned the terminology. So I'm saying to myself, I might as well just use it at this stage. So let's check out this podcast. Let's check out this little feature. So it's more like a mini update, but like this looks kind of interesting. I'm not changing it now. I know the terminology. I'm not gonna do it again. Okay, see how this it's doing pretty well. I'm actually excited because this is really kind of cool. Okay, so now it's making everything. So this actually sounds exciting. Maybe one of those mini updates, but as I say, come on, Eric. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. I didn't see anything. Like if it came out like the day that I uploaded, it came out yesterday. Obviously, I would have done it, but like I wasn't aware. But no big deal. We're doing another update now, which is kind of cool. So I'm okay with this. All right. Well, we're just saying, yeah, as I say, it's taking a while because obviously it's condensing everything. So, but this looks cool. This could actually be really kind of cool because if there's any documents that you want to have, but like now let's say like for example like someone doesn't want to like read like a big full article about something, like let's say for example like okay, I don't want to read a full article, I just want to get like a short little like version of like certain things. I can just throw it in here, and after then I can get like a podcast, or like I can say, hey, I need to fix something or whatever. Like this isn't, I'm not too sure what I'm doing wrong. Can you like kind of make this into a tech podcast and like explain to me like what I need to fix, so then I can like get the result instead of kind of like searching like a lot of type of stuff. But like these are all like different alternatives um, that are useful because instead of spending hours and hours and hours, I know there's the GenSpark browser, but like as well, you can like like you can use cohesively. Like you can get all the information from the browser, and then maybe okay, there's this is so much information. You can make a document, but like I don't want to read like 40 pages of documents, or or like this big summary that's going to take me like I don't know, like let's say like 2 or 3 hours. I want the little podcast maybe highlighting like the key points of like what I need to do so I can fix whatever issue that I need to fix, and like that'd be great. And then you can watch it and it's, okay, yeah, I can pause. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do that. And like that's really cool because at the same time you're listening to something and you're learning, but you're like, but now you're tackling the mistake and then another person saying, well, based on all this information and based on this, then I would do this, and then I would do this, and then and then you can listen to that as you maybe want to do something else, or as you're within the browser, or like something along those lines. But like that is really cool, and like I think that's like a really really good feature, and like it's smart, it's different, and like I think this can be like another great learning tool, and like and as well for AI, so then people can like tackle their issues or tackle whatever they need to tackle in a different manner, and then they're as well learning something new in like in a podcast type of way. So this is actually really smart, and like this like out of the box thinking, which I really like and I'm really enjoying, because like how can we tackle something but differently? How can we do that? And like, how can we like find different ways? Because maybe certain people maybe don't understand the reading perspective. Maybe they don't, they can't like, and then they just get bored of reading all these documents. But now, in a fun podcast way, they can learn something new and they can figure out their problem at the same time, because maybe they want to listen. Maybe they want like an explanation after doing something else with the browser, or like whatever it could be. But like maybe they need like, okay, step one, step two, and as the person's explaining it, they can kind of like pause it and then jot down notes. But or maybe like they just like that type of style, because podcasts are becoming more popular now, obviously with Spotify, and obviously YouTube has a podcast section as well. There's Google Podcasts and all that type of stuff, and lots of people get their news from there, or like there's Twitch in a live streaming type of manner. And that's maybe how they enjoy getting their information. And I think this is a very, very good way of doing it, because now it's adding more segment, and you can listen to the person and you can kind of say, okay, that's actually very interesting, or like, or maybe they just like that type of style. So, and that's the way that they learn, and they actually like learning like that, and they're learning in a fun manner that they enjoy as well. All right, we're back. Okay, so we got everything. So looking like okay, excellent. We've created a podcast based on your document. Obviously, it's around 7 minutes. Format is a conversation with two speakers, and then we got all this. So let's see what this is. So looking like they're saying, let's continue in AI pods. So let's see how this turned out.
Welcome to Mindscape, where we journey to the furthest frontiers of thought and technology. I'm Alex.
And I'm Ben.
Today, we're looking at a document that really pushes the boundaries of artificial intelligence.
Right.
It's connecting it to the deepest principles of reality, quantum mechanics, self-awareness, and, well, the very fabric of the cosmos.
It's a thrilling and frankly mind-bending topic. Let's start with the first big idea, taking AI into the quantum realm. Ben, when we hear quantum computing, we usually think of speed.
Yeah, that's the common take.
But this is about something way more profound, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's not just about doing old tasks faster. It's about enabling entirely new ways of thinking. The core idea is superposition. So imagine an AI trying to navigate a maze. A classical AI tries one path, hits a dead end, backtracks, and tries another. Right, the classic brute force way. But a quantum-enhanced AI could, in a sense, explore all possible paths at once. This ability to hold multiple possibilities in a state of potential, it could be revolutionary for solving complex problems.
So it's an explosion of possibility, but what really caught my eye was the connection to human thinking.
Yeah.
The document mentions quantum cognition, suggesting our own, our irrational decisions might actually follow quantum-like rules.
That's the fascinating twist. I mean, we humans don't always operate on strict binary logic. We live with ambiguity, with gut feeling.
Totally.
We can hold contradictory ideas in our head at the same time. A quantum-inspired AI could do the same. It could handle nuance and context in a way that current AI just struggles with. It would be less like a calculator and more like a creative partner. A creative partner that can think about its own thoughts.
Exactly.
This leads perfectly into the next concept from the paper, metacomputation. It sounds complex, but the idea is actually surprisingly intuitive.
It is. Metacomputation is
And there you go. Yes, there you go. So this is so pretty much what I did was a buddy of mine. He does all this type of stuff, and then he talks about like other like occult and other like type of perspectives and everything. And this is one of his papers. And there you go. So pretty much, like as I said, do you have any ideas or like any other types of things that you can do, or maybe you just don't understand maybe what you're doing. So maybe you can like put this into like the podcast section and say, hey, can you make me a podcast based on all this type of stuff? And then can you please give me a solution so I can figure out? And then obviously if you have any other links or like any other like type of stuff you've written or like stuff that you think is useful, you can either convert the page into a PDF or maybe you can just copy the link and it can scan it and then it'll just get all that information, and then it'll tell you, okay, this is a solution based on this and based on scanning all the web and like anything else that you've provided me. And then after then they'll be kind of like this. So pretty much that is the new feature, another new feature that just came out. And yeah, I would definitely use GenSpark. It's becoming a lot more useful. And obviously, of course, with this, like there's so many new ideas and so many new doors that can open that maybe you overlooked something or you just didn't see something. And then with this podcast, you can listen to it and then say, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to tackle it this way. And then you can get the solution that you need. Thank you all for watching. And don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z signing out.